Let's do Mount Rushmore. We're gonna do the Mount Rushmore of worst golf guys. So open-ended. You guys are our guests, so you decide the order. So it's gonna be team Frankie and Trent together, Hank, Bubba, and Jake, and then me and PFT. You guys decide the order. Snake draft.
Okay.
Okay. How do you want? What do you think?
It's tough. It's real tough. Don't overthink it.
Where do you
Frankie.
guys want to be stationed?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Let's go second.
Okay. Who do you want to go first?
I want PFT to go first.
All right. So it's us. It's yeah.
The two of
Yeah,
us.
you
mostly
guys-
PFT.
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
shut up,
No,
Hank.
I want
don't
you
do
guys
that.
to go first.
Shut the fuck up,
second, and
Hank.
you guys third.
And then wait. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll go first.
Okay, so our most annoying golf guy.
I think we go with that one that you wrote me back about PFT that I said to you because I think that will get taken. No, it's my pick. So you're wrong, Hank.
Yeah, okay.
You're wrong. You're being a piece of shit, Hank. Do you guys have a producer that's like so annoying that went upstairs and is now in the C-suite and thinks he's better than everyone?
Yep.
Oh, okay, good, cool. So you can relate to how
Avery.
annoying Hank is. All right. One of the most annoying guys on the golf course is the guy that thinks that like the cart girl's into him and is like always hitting like very uncomfortable while you're sitting there where the cart girl comes up, hitting on her, like asking her questions.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah, trying to be funny, and then you get back in your carts and he's like, yeah, she totally wants to fuck me.
It's
Tiger
usually
Woods. It's Tiger Woods.
It's usually the guy who it's the only woman that person gets to talk to
Yeah.
that's not their wife during the course of a week. And so they've had a couple beers, she has more beers. And so then it's just like open season.
Yeah.
And he just like lets all this pin up sexual frustration out on this poor cart girl.
Yeah.
Who's going to be polite to you because she wants your tip. And, you know, she wants to keep serving you beers for the rest of the round.
And he
But
like he thinks that like being on a golf course is like international waters where you can just say whatever. It's like, dude, stop. Like this is uncomfortable. Just get your fucking, beer and let's keep going. She's not into you.
She pours the beer. He's like, I actually had a guy do this one time. She pours the beer and he's like, wow, that's a lot of head.
Yeah. Like that type of shit. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm walking back to my car now.
It's the same
One
guy
of
who
the worst
Same guy who
I was
falls
really
in love
mad
with a
at my
strip
dad
club.
after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The guy's like, this girl is super into me.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're giving her a lot of money, and
Yeah.
it's like kind of why we're here.
Or he'll be like, when the cart girl comes up, be like, dibs. You're like,
Yeah.
come on, dude. What the fuck are you doing? I call
yeah.
dibs on hole one.
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
be all up in that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wow.
dude, you're 70.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tips are a little too much. Being like, oh, she'll come back to us.
And then the move is they'll let the cart girl like swing the club. They'll be
Oh,
like,
that's
watch it
that
hit
would-
one.
That
So, like,
would
she doesn't
make
want
me-
to fucking hit one.
Oh my god, I've thankfully never been around that.
Oh, it's the
I
worst.
would fucking
Bad.
lose it.
Bad.
Okay,
that's a good one.
Your first pick.
I think we go number 2 right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we should just say you can't pick rigs.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. No.
I know that was everyone's first pick.
We're going with the golf tips guy, a guy who always
Yep.
wants to give out a tip. There's nothing worse than when you're playing golf. You're not on the range. You spend money to go play, and then you have someone right there on the first tee be like, I saw your swing. I think you're taking a little bit too much on the inside.
Yep.
Like, dude, you suck too. I
Right.
suck. You suck. We all suck. I don't need your tip. You can't even hit the golf ball.
Yeah. And there's a way to do it. I've been on the golf course where someone will say, like, hey, can I give you a tip? I'm like, yes, please.
Yes.
You can consent to the tip.
Yes.
But the person who gives unsolicited tips
Oh
and
my
they'll do
God.
it all around, that's the worst to be around.
I had it happen in we just got back from Scotland. We're playing one of the all-time golf courses I'm ever going to play on the driving range. I got a driving lesson from a guy that was like changed my whole swing. And now all of a sudden I stepped to the first tee. I didn't even know who I was anymore.
Yeah.
I was playing fantastic leading up to
tips
he
are
ruined
good.
my day.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. That
Yeah,
was
the
a-
bottom line
to
is
take the lesson.
You have to take the lesson. It's like you can't just be like, get away from me, because then you become like another bad golf guy where it's like you're just an asshole.
No,
out there.
it's
You have to
a
be a
very
human.
simple.
Wait, he
Can
just came
I?
up to you. He was like, "Can I give you a lesson?"
Yeah, it was just like, I see you're doing this. Like, why don't you take it more from the inside? Takes videos of me, showing me. Now I have to
Yeah,
be
that's
polite.
stupid.
It's like, what are we doing out here?
No, it's the simple. Can I give you a quick tip? And if you say yes or no, like you can say no.
Like,
and
I
just be
play
I'm
good golf. I'm good.
Yeah.
But then you're an asshole, and then you like shank the first one. He's like, why didn't you take the tip?
Yeah.
The
Then
last
you
round-
get the version of it.
Wait,
Trent.
was it your caddy?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
you
it's
get it
down the
online,
range.
Trent.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, we
Oh yeah.
with our jobs, like we have the most videoed swings in the world, and then I'm trying to do the series where I'm trying to break 100, I'm trying to break 90. I don't even look at my DMs anymore.
Well, I heard that every Foreplay listener shoots under par.
that's true.
Bro.
That's what I've heard as well.
It's bad. It's really bad.
And they'll trick me too. They've figured out, because I've said this publicly, that like I'm not listening to anybody except my swing coach John Tillery. If you're trying to DM me tips and all that stuff, like I don't want them. So they'll start the DM being like, "Love the series, love you guys." I'll read this one.
They honeypotted you.
And then they're in, by the way, you fucking suck at putting, like figure it out. It's like, all right, man.
The thing about golf tips too, especially when you're reading them, is they never make any sense.
Yeah.
At least to me, as like a layperson, it's always somebody's like, "Oh, your hands are releasing a little bit too early. You need to bring the elbow inside and have it clear your hips before they follow through."
Yeah.
I'm like, none of that makes any sense to anybody
Yeah.
except for the person writing.
You haven't fired up your glutes enough, and your hips aren't activating. And you're like, what is this? All this
Right,
shit?
like I'm bad in bunkers, and people will tell me, just act like there's a dollar bill under it. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
No, that's actually a good tip. You should do that.
Okay,
I tried that. Yeah.
All right, Hank, your team has the next two.
Yes, I have one similar to their first one, but I'll save that for the second. Our first pick is the guy who has a couple bad holes and becomes a total asshole and just like ruins the mood.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just has a
Wait,
couple.
we said don't pick Riggs.
No, I mean not rigged, but like this happens all the time. People take it a little bit too seriously, and then all of a sudden they're just like not talking, they're not cracking jokes.
Yep.
They're literally just like hit, get in the cart, don't say anything, drive up, and then God forbid they have another bad shot, and then it's just awkward. You're
Yes.
just like,
Yeah.
what?
I think
What am
the
I doing
correct
out
move
here?
is like once you start fucking up, you should talk more. Like get it out of your system. Just be open with how badly you're playing.
It is
Don't
true.
bottle up.
The energy vampires of a golf course.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good pick.
And then my second one, this happened to me the other day. So I play a lot of like random fill golf games like at Skyway, because like I just go out there by myself and get paired up with whoever's out there. And it was just me and one other guy, and he started asking me for tips after every single shot. So like the guy that's like asking, I was like, I'm not a good golfer. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, what'd you see there? Like, what'd you see there? What'd you see there? What'd you see there? Because I think it had like, he's like, oh, Barstool Golf. Like I had the Barstool Golf bag, and he was like, oh, like, you play a lot of golf. I was like, not really.
Yeah.
And he just kept asking me for swing tips. So the guy who over asked for tips when you don't want to give them.
Yeah.
Do you ever make them up?
I was literally just like, yeah, what people tell me is like put the ball on your front foot and like
Right. You have no
well,
idea.
like I don't know what I'm saying. I say the shit that people DM me that I don't even know what they're saying. Like similar to what you said.
Going out there and getting paired up with strangers, the fact that you do that on a regular basis, I find to be incredibly brave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's like I get incredibly nervous and
Yes.
anxious about that.
Yes.
Because you don't know what you're gonna get, and I suck, and it's like I know everybody sucks, but you never know what you're gonna get. So I find that to be
My
incredibly
dad
brave.
does it all the time. He brings like all of my clothes and like we'll hand it out to like if it's a person that's a medium or a large from my closet. He goes out there and he's like, "You ever hear of Barstool Golf?" And they're like, "No." He's like, "Here's a quarter zip."
That's
I'm like, Dad, where are
amazing.
all my clothes? He loves it.
If you know Frankie's dad, he's probably the most proud father in the world.
That's
too.
crazy.
Like he gives away one of your medium shirts, he probably cries.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, he
you
does.
could just be like, Frankie's doing a great job, and he'll start crying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
if
does.
he's listening to this right now, he's crying.
He's crying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
for sure.
tears
Some
for
part
sure.
of my take is hysterical.
All right, your guys' next pick.
Which one do you want to go with?
I think you got to go with one of those.
Let's do that one.
Okay. It's the strict rule follower.
We had that.
Mhm.
Yep.
Tiger Woods today in a fucking divot. If you're making me hit out of a divot, go home.
Yeah.
I don't want to play with you.
Yep.
If I'm just a foot on the outside of the white stake and you're making me take a penalty stroke, I fucking hate you.
Yep.
If I hit a ball out of bounds and I didn't realize it was out of bounds and you make me walk back to the fucking tee to hit my third shot because that's what the USGA says, like I don't ever want to see you
Yes.
ever again in the rest of my life. So
Yes.
we like to abide by the rules of golf in certain situations. If we're playing like a legit match and there's a lot of money on the line or something, fine. I'll play all the rules
Time
you want
and
me to play.
place.
Time and place.
Yep.
If I'm out there with my buddies and I have a guy out there that's just telling me like all the rules of golf, oh, you can't walk there, you can't put it just doesn't make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
agreed.
ball is like an inch in front of the tee marker. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to back that up a little bit?
What are we trying to accomplish out here? Are
Actually,
we trying to
Frankie
become a
was that guy at
professional?
the mini golf tournament yesterday.
Oh, I didn't.
Mini
know
golf
that.
is different.
Hey, that was
No,
time and place.
no,
Yeah.
I'm
that
just-
was time and
yeah.
place.
I'm actually
It
more
wasn't
of a,
to me, it was to
I'm more of a
Jerry.
stickler
Yeah.
for rules at
Yeah.
mini golf than
Yeah.
I am on the actual
It
golf.
was like a
agree with
little
that.
bit before the tee
Oh.
box. He's like, "What are we doing here?"
Yeah. No, that was time and place. There was a lot of money on the line. I was trying to win that thing. But no, it's just, it ruins the day. And I always say to myself, like, what are we trying to accomplish out here? Are we trying to become professional golfers, or are we just trying to get this ball in the hole? Me moving this ball an inch out of the divot's not going to affect my game
Agreed.
today where it's going to make a big difference in any of our lives.
Right.
Just let me have a fun time.
And
He's actually rooting for you to have a worse time.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And if you're not playing for anything, you're just playing, like, what the fuck do you care?
Also, there should just be like buddies rules, even if you are playing for something where everyone just agrees. So like,
Yes.
if it's in a divot, you roll it out.
Or like, yeah. Okay,
or
I
just
actually
like,
thought of another one from that.
or just
Okay.
like do whatever you want on the course.
Yeah.
And
100%.
if you're trying to claim like a real score and like you're shooting in the 70s or whatever, then yeah, don't like take your ball out of the rough and throw it onto the green.
Right.
But yes, please give me the opportunity to cheat as much as I can because I'm not like actively trying to beat you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right, so for number 2, I'm gonna go with the guy that wears spikes as a spectator. So the guy that's like walking the course
Yep.
and he's got his golf shoes on.
Yeah.
Hank gave a shrug like,
Well, we've done this.
We've done
Oh,
that.
no.
"Oh, you guys have."
I was gonna say, I was talking to my grandfather actually recently. I guess he used to cover golf like way back in the day when he was in college, and he was like, one time I wore shitty shoes, and then one of the other like older professionals was like, "You're on a golf course, like you should wear golf shoes." And he was like
Ooh.
that. He was like, it was brutal, and then I started wearing golf shoes. It was much better to walk around and
Interesting.
I've
cover
seen
the
the other
sport
side of
or
the
watch
argument.
the sport.
We wear them because, first of all, like G4 shoes are incredibly comfortable. They're basically sneakers. They're just like they don't have spikes in them. They're just the other types of golf
Like
shoes.
the molded spikes.
Molded. Like someone's like, you wouldn't wear ice skates to go cover hockey, but it's like you're also not on the ice when you're covering hockey.
They're shitting
you're
on our
literally-
pick, PFT.
Yeah.
Shitting on our pick.
Well, we're
But
just
because we wear 'em, so I'm gonna
self-defense
have to
mode.
defend
We
it.
got to defend
I'm gonna have to
ourselves.
What
defend
about also when they wear gloves to tournaments too?
Well, that's crazy.
All right, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
wears a
So-
glove to a tournament?
I actually have once. I thought it was. I was like, what if
golf
they
glove?
Yeah. What if they asked me to take a shot?
Right, you want to be
I mean, I
prepared.
was wearing it as a joke, but yeah.
No, but fucking
Like if it rains the night before, the guys are obviously the players gonna be wearing golf shoes, and then if we're out there walking the course with them,
Yeah, but you
I
guys
don't
are
wanna
walking the
slip.
course. We're talking about spectators behind the.
But-
the
Aren't they wearing the spikes because they're swinging and so their like energy is being transferred and they need a little traction?
that's
I don't
part
think
of it.
I don't
yeah.
think it's because like they're walking across the fairway.
No, but like you're just walking a hilly,
Agree
grassy
to
golf
disagree.
course. That was a great point.
that was such a good point.
yeah.
Like we're not really swinging out there. We're just grabbing beers and eating hot dogs. But I just think it's a traction thing. You don't want to be the guy that's falling around on these hills and it's like slippery and it's bent grass. It sounds
But again,
really.
you guys
it sounds
are
really
talking about in
soft. It
between the
sounds really
ropes.
soft.
You guys are in between the ropes. We're talking about spectators. Like
Yeah.
you're just walking.
I
You're
get it.
standing in the gallery. You're
Yeah,
wearing, you're
Wait.
wearing spikes. It's
What about
crazy?
caddies? Do caddies always wear spikes?
yeah,
Yeah, that would
always?
make sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, our next pick. This one actually, I'm shocked it got this far, but just slow play guy.
Yeah.
The slow play guy is the worst. Takes forever on every shot. Million practice swings. Has to slow play guy usually is like reading the yardage and shit on
Rangefinder,
shots.
yeah.
I mean, if you're playing with one of those guys, it just completely gets you out of your entire rhythm and everything sucks.
Just becomes a different sport when you're with someone like that. It's like more serious, and you're like, what are we actually doing out here? Like,
Right.
why are you? You know what that guy does? He reads the putt from behind, and then walks around
Yes,
because
yes.
he's seen it on
And
TV
you're like,
his
are
whole
you
life.
serious?
He doesn't even know what he's doing.
Yeah,
he
right.
doesn't even know what he's
how to
looking
read
for.
it. Yeah, right.
They do the thing where they hold the putter up too, and they
Yep.
see the lines.
Yep.
Like you don't know any of these things. You just read it in a Golf Digest magazine.
Yeah.
The worst feeling is when they take those first 2 steps and you're like, oh, they're gonna walk all the way
Oh,
around.
yeah.
And then you're like, now I've got 30 seconds where I'm just gonna be watching this guy.
Then they miss the putt, and it's like slapping their hands and like pointing. Oh, it went right. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, Max Homa does that because he actually hit it where he wanted to,
Right.
and didn't know that the putt was going to go there. You're doing it because you suck.
That's
Yeah.
a slow play.
And a guy with like a Nomar Garciaparra pre-shot routine.
Yes,
is
yes.
like, let's just come on.
swings.
Let's
yeah.
go.
And it's like you could deal with it for a few holes, but then when you get to the back nine, you're like, we've just been doing this all day.
We've been out
Half
here for
of-
5 hours
yeah,
already.
And then what happens to me? I don't know if you guys are the same, but if I'm playing with someone really slow, I end up speeding up
Yeah.
because I'm like, I just want to keep going. So he then fucks up. I mean, my game can't be fucked up more than it already is. But if I were a decent golfer, it would fuck me up even more because I'm like, you're playing slow. I'm going to play fast.
Yeah.
Because then you have, like, there's no worse feeling than knowing you're with the slow play guy and then you have people lining up
Ooh.
behind you.
You could
And
feel
you're
their
like,
breath on
yeah,
your
you
neck.
could just feel it. You're like,
Oh.
well, do we let him play through? And usually, slow play guy does not let him play through.
Nope.
And it's just the worst.
I actually think it's worse though when the slow play guy is a group in front of you,
That too, yeah.
and then there's people behind you, and you want to be like, no, like it's not
It's
even
not
us. Like
yeah.
it's actually
that
them.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
he
even
leaves the
more
cart in
awkward.
the middle of the fairway, runs and gets his ball, and all of a sudden you're like, look at this fucking asshole. He's running back to his cart.
Yeah.
You start getting aggravated
Yes.
at the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
The guy in front of you is ruining your day.
Slow play guy can ruin it can ruin basically the entire ecosystem of a golf course.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
like the day.
That's right.
You're right, Hank. It's
Well-
like everything is a traffic jam.
What was Frankie's example there? Because I'm afraid I might be that guy. Like you'd park your cart in the middle of the fairway
Well,
and
it's
what?
like there's certain like some guys will just have no awareness on how to move the day along. So like they'll just leave the cart and then like they'll go with a couple clubs and like move forward with a couple swings.
And then they have to come back.
And they have to run all the way back and get the cart.
Fucking parked that cart like on top of the golf
no, that's
ball.
perfect. That's what you should be doing. Move. Keep going.
All right, good.
All right, next pick for you guys.
The other one, yeah?
Yeah.
Country club elitist. Walking
Great
on
one.
eggshells type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a place, pretty stuffy, really like nerve-wracking type of place. Me and my buddy, we introduced ourselves. I said, "Hey, I'm Frankie." The guy goes, "Hey, I'm Rob." And he goes, "You guys aren't members, are you?"
Oh.
And I said, "No." He goes, "You know how I knew? You didn't say your last name to me."
Oh, that's
That's because they wanted to find out if you were a Jew or not.
100%.
No, that's exactly what it was.
Just
they weren't
like-
going to let you in.
What are we doing here, man? We've been to places, and we've been lucky enough to play some of the best courses ever. And like,
Yeah.
I love it. And don't get me wrong, like I'll never take it for granted. But sometimes it's too much. Where you're like, I'd rather just be playing at my old municipal golf course, hop on the fence with my dad, than have to walk around this place, take the hat off when you sit down and eat. There's a place on Long Island where you can't walk into the clubhouse unless you're wearing a sport coat. So guys are walking around in loafers, shorts, and sport coats, and the clubhouse is 3 feet long. So you literally wear the sport coat, walk through the clubhouse, take the sport coat off, and then you have to go get your golf shirt on.
Do you think that like
What are we doing?
in 30 years that will kind of be gone a little bit? Because like that is very an old school thing that I think might be dying off, but
I
no.
hope so. You have douchebag kids that are like following in their dad's
you're right.
footsteps, and they're worse than the dad.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They grew up
There's
in the
always
country
going to be
club.
rich people.
Yeah.
Right, that's what
But
it
I
is.
just don't
And they're
know
always
if, like,
going to want to feel rich.
Yeah, you're right. Good
Trent
point,
hates
Hank.
that more than I do. You're fucking like, I'm fucking done with
It
those
feels
places.
weird going in those places.
It does.
Yeah, because I don't enjoy myself. I end up like, I don't want to do anything wrong, but I'm also like, I don't think I'm actually doing anything wrong. You guys have created this system of rules that is so stupid that I don't want to be here anymore. I'd rather just go play somewhere where I can just have fun.
Also,
They can smell the pour on you, too.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Imagine the level of clean cut you have to be to look at Frankie Borelli and be like, that guy doesn't belong here.
It's another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, good pick. All right, your last two picks, guys.
We're going to go with guy who takes a gimme putt on a putt that's not a gimme.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good
guilty.
one.
Like,
also, the reverse of that
Like an
guy
awkward,
is
it's
the
an
worst,
awkward
too.
thing, especially if you're playing like a match and they just kind of pick it up
Bad.
and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
this is friendly, but also like,
Yeah.
Right.
I had honorable mention the reverse of that guy who won't give any gimme putts. Like if you're 2 feet away, he's like, "No, you got to putt that out." You're
Yeah.
like, "Are you serious right now?"
Yeah.
there
That
has to be
guy
a,
sucks.
a
That's an awkward
significant
moment.
amount of, yeah, like that would
gimme
have
putt
to be.
police in general. Yeah,
Yes.
either way or suck. I do like though every now and then. Just I mean that's a good joke when you're like 40 feet away. You're like it is good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's just good golf humor.
This is from Jake. I think this is extremely relatable to Florida and I guess maybe country club golf, but the guy who drives too close to the greens and gets the cart stuck.
Ooh.
Like I feel like that's only in like the nice
Yeah.
golf carts that like actually have
It'll
like
have the GPS, and then
It'll
you get
shut
too close,
down on
and
you,
you can
yeah.
only go in reverse.
Yep.
That's bad. I would actually say
Yeah.
that actual system is the worst part of golf going right
GPS?
now. The GPS system that stops you when you get too
Slows
close
you
to the
down?
fescue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go forward anymore. So then you
Yeah.
have to reverse back, and going backwards in a cart goes 1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
You're always motherfuckering that thing.
Reverse. Yeah.
Now, Jake, how do you though? Like, you're a huge Trump guy, and he
No,
does
I'm not.
that. What?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
That's the other guy.
I actually love when Trump drives on the greens. It's the other guys.
I think he should be allowed to drive on the greens.
Yeah, when he drives on the greens, I laugh every time.
Yeah, he's the only person in the world that shouldn't be allowed to do it.
We played Trump Ferry Point. It's right over here by the bridge. And there's a sign there that says he made a hole-in-one on the first day it ever opened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
with
just
the
was-
wind, right? The
it
wind
was-
was like it had the
He
wind.
didn't even play
too.
the hole.
Super windy
The
out there.
truth is, he didn't even play the hole. I think he only played 9 holes. That's like the 12th hole.
Yeah, we
And he
talked.
came back. He goes, "It was an amazing shot."
We talked to Michael Cohen about that. We asked him that question. He's like, he's got a lot of holes in one that nobody ever saw.
Yeah,
The best part is he played with people that are like, "No, he didn't."
yeah. But the plaque stands
Imagine that
forever.
live.
Nah, the plaque stands forever.
Yeah, there's a plaque there.
Once it's a plaque, it's fact.
So they
True.
actually the
well,
plaque
it's,
was in the,
it's got your name on it. You
Yeah.
can say whatever you
the
want.
plaque was in the ground, and I think people were pissing on it, so they moved it to a post.
Jeez,
It's crazy. They said it was smelling like piss.
that's hilarious.
Oh, you know who a great golf guy is? The guy that pisses outdoors on the first hole.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Like right off
Yeah.
the
I
bat.
love pissing outside.
It's like I'm not even a beer deep yet, and you know what? Nature's calling. Got to
Yes.
take a leak in the woods.
yeah. Okay, your guys' last pick. Good
Which one
pick,
do you wanna
Hank
go with?
and Team Hank.
That's a good one.
Jake, were you close to the green when you drove the golf cart off that bridge?
No, I can show the picture, but I almost died. In like 7th grade, I was driving at a charity golf tournament. I wasn't looking. Drove it off a bridge, flipped it over, and I was stuck underwater for like a minute.
And who saved you?
Wait, what?
That was like Succession.
Yeah.
And Jake, who saved you?
Yes,
Kennedy. Trump?
A guy at the charity golf tournament. I was driving alongside a former MLB pitcher because it was a celebrity charity golf tournament that my dad was helping run, and I was 13 years old and I was trapped under. It was crazy.
Yeah, Ted Kennedy would have been
You can
like,
scroll
he's
to the
gone,
bottom of my
can't save him.
Instagram.
Let's go to
there.
the party.
Who is
Yeah.
it?
What picture
What
was
is
it?
his
His name is-
Instagram plug?
No, my Instagram.
Yeah, like,
No,
why
but
can't
what-
you just tell us?
what-
No, the picture I'm saying.
No, but who was the Major League Baseball
Oh,
player?
Chris Hammond,
Yeah.
former pitcher. But I'm saying if you
Saved
go to
your
the
life.
bottom of my Instagram is the picture.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
crazy.
little treasure hunt.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
TV's really hard to watch golf.
Yeah,
because
Yes,
there's a white dot,
yes,
a white
we've,
script in the
we've
middle.
already been fucked up a few times.
I was looking at that
Yeah.
earlier.
I'm like, why is that
What's
ball
going
moving
on?
so fast?
Like
There's
this
like a light
cameraman's
out.
incredible,
Yeah.
keeping it directly in the center of the shot the entire time.
I once hit my cousin going full speed in a golf cart. Like it was like a game of chicken where I
Oh
was like,
my-
oh, he's going to move. He just did not move.
Probably a good
And
thing.
it was
that-
like a family outing, and like my aunts and my mom came like sprinting around the corner, like he was like dead, like he was fine, but it was
Dude, remember your history? Your
It was
and
hard.
Riggs' history with golf carts
Sorry.
getting hit with
Yeah.
Dave was
Oh,
really.
that was one of my honorable mentions. Guys who don't think it's funny to hit each other with golf
Remember how
carts.
bad that got with Riggs and
Yeah.
Trent when Dave was like, I want you guys to be like posting this stuff, and you
Yeah.
guys were like, we're not
Very
posting
upset.
any of
Oh
that.
yeah,
those
no, that
videos
was-
were funny though.
They were so funny. Like, I don't
you got
think
lucky
it's,
though that nobody actually
Yeah.
like killed each other.
Big
Like
time.
I
think
agree
it's-
with both
yeah,
sides.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, I don't
Oh my
think it's,
God.
I don't think it's, you shouldn't hit your friends with a golf cart. But every time I saw the video, I laughed.
Yes.
Every single time.
Wasn't there a bounty on Riggs?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
fully
$5
here.
$5 or $10,000.
There's like a
For,
$10,000 prize.
Dave
if
was
you
like,
hit him in
They
the
were
middle of
getting
the
to the point where they were like actually running over people. I was laughing so hard.
Well, Riggs was like, I can't golf anymore. I keep hearing a cart, and I look over my shoulder.
I think Riggs said that if someone hit him with a cart, he would actually
He
shoot
said he was
them.
bringing a gun. Yeah.
All right, your guys' last pick.
Yeah, it's the one we want to go with.
Yeah.
Handicap police.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
very specific to
You gotta
us.
know where
Right,
to park.
and more specific to Frankie and Riggs because they're genuinely pretty good golfers, so the handicap is low. And then when you put your swing and your game on the internet and they see a couple of bad shots, people are like, you're not actually a 7 or an 8, you're actually a 15.
It's the worst.
I would go insane if I were you guys.
Dude, it's actually
Like,
bad. We
it's
can't
crazy.
post a video without everyone being like, this guy says he's an 8. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm actually just doing what the handicap system does. So the handicap system is you put it in, you just input all your scores. You basically put your scorecard in the app, and it just delivers you a number. You're an 8.9, you're a 9.2. And everyone thinks that, like, if you're a
28.
9, if you're a 9 or a 10, that
Hypothetical.
you shoot an 82 every time because that's 10
Right.
over par. But that's not how the handicap system works. The handicap number is it's your best possible round over your last 20. So it's like saying if you played the best ever today, you'd shoot an 82. But that also means you could shoot a 95.
Right,
Or
of
you could shoot a
course.
79.
It's golf.
So everyone just doesn't understand that.
It
And
might
it
just be
drives
the
us.
most complicated system in,
It's a
in
very
the history
It's
of the
complicated,
world.
yeah.
It is. But like, it's the only thing we get. Like, you're not a 9, you're actually an 18. I'm talking every single person. And it's just like,
crazy. I would go insane.
the handicap
if I were
police
you
is just the
guys.
fucking worst. And then when
Yeah.
you finally have a good round, you like want to call to them.
Right.
Like, you see this one? Did you
Yeah.
fucking count every shot here?
Yeah.
There are also just there's internet forums that are like dedicated to people that are in charge of like looking up potential like handicap misuse by people.
Big time.
It becomes like a true detective thing. And they do the same thing in like distance running where you'll have like these forums that are like tracking people's GPSs, looking at their times. Same way in golf. It's like, okay, I figured out this person's been lying about their handicap and they feel like they get a little feather in their cap for that.
Yeah. You guys should figure out, like, be great if we could figure out a way, like the Barstool, maybe the comment section where, like, specifically on your posts, like if someone wants to critique your swing, it like has a GIF of their swing.
Well, I wanted to do this at a Barstool Classic. This has been my dream, is when they sign up, I'm probably giving it away now. When they sign up, we ask them for their Twitter and Instagram handle and just say like, oh, we just want to do something for social. And then I'm sitting on a tee box with everyone's
Yes.
Twitter and I type in my name and anything. If I find a guy that's talked shit about me, I bring it up right before he hits and I say, like, let's see it now.
Yes.
And then we just say, it's just like a roast of all these guys that have just been talking shit about us forever. I think
you
we're going
gotta
to do
it.
Yeah,
Because
I think-
it will like curb people critiquing everything if their golf swing sucks.
100%.
Right.
Oh yes, I love that.
It's a good idea.
Okay, our last pick.
Okay, our last pick for annoying golf guys.
I think we go with the one that
I got one.
Yeah.
Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
He's an annoying golf guy.
He is annoying. He's just ruined the game of golf for everybody, really. He's
Yeah.
probably the most annoying golf guy. And if he hears me say this, he'll
Easily.
probably saw my arms off.
Yes.
So
He's got to be.
What are your thoughts on
You
the
guys
Crown
like him?
Prince?
I know. I agree with you guys.
I don't like him. I think the whole thing's weird, but I also
Are you guys going to cover the Live Tour like it's like what are you going to do?
I don't know what you can do if it starts to become a real thing.
Right.
I mean, even Rory McIlroy, who is the prince of the PGA Tour, came out last week and was like, listen, at this point, if it's helping golf, like, it's just helping golf.
I also
Like,
think it's going to help the
take it back.
PGA force them to have to adapt.
Which
Right.
would be good. But also you can say that the guy that murders people is bad.
He's
Correct.
bad.
Yep.
He's
Two
really
things
bad.
can be
Bad
true.
golf guy.
Bad golf guy.
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. He made the PGA Tour
What, paying
better.
off his debts? Oh.
Like, all right, that was definitely what he wanted to accomplish. But
yeah, that's 100% what
he had like a
accomplishing.
list of commandments that he wanted from the fucking PGA Tour, and now they're just checking off the list. Like
Yeah.
they're giving more
Like,
money
the
on
PIP
purses.
program was a perfect example of that. They're just trying to pay the higher, ranked guys. And like you do see it where the PGA Tour and all these majors, like, oh, they just happen to find more money now. The purses are bigger. Like that was part of Phil's point, was like, we want more money. We know you guys have more money, but you were holding it for yourselves. And now that Liv is offering, $1 billion a tournament, the PGA Tour, to try to fight that, is like, oh no, we'll up our purses a little bit.
Right.
So it did, to a degree, Phil Mickelson, what he did worked. He just had to completely torpedo his entire reputation
Yes.
to do it.
Yeah, if
Yes.
I was on the tour right now, I would definitely my investment habits, my spending habits would be way more reckless, knowing that in my back pocket I've always got the Live Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
they'll write me a check
It's
one
true.
day if push comes to shove.
Did you
Yeah.
see someone screamed at Phil today at the Open something about Liv, and he's like, "Will you just drop it? I'm loving life right now. Like my life is great."
Yeah.
It is.
That
He's
is the
debt-free.
Live
Yeah, he's
life
debt-free,
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any honorable mentions? This was a great Mount Rushmore.
Jeff Shackelford, worst guy in golf.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good one.
I've got Dude Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Specifically in Amen's corner.
They defiled Augusta.
Yeah.
I know along those same lines, I had that guy that you golf with sometimes that wears a silly hat and takes steroids. That
Okay.
guy, you know that guy?
I think I know that
That
guy.
guy, I'm familiar with him.
familiar with that guy.
Excuse maker. Like there's always something that was wrong with the putt.
Yeah.
The wind blew on that one, or there was a divot or something. Like I mean, there's always a guy that like he didn't do the wrong thing. It was everything else.
We're all bad. So if you can just admit that you're bad, it makes things a lot easier.
Right.
Mhm.
It's not the wind. It's not the break of the green.
You
It's
miss
none
it.
of that. It's just like we're all pretty bad at this thing. It's a
Yeah.
hard sport.
Can I just
Similar to the gimme guys, the guy that'll just give him write down the wrong score.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 5. Like,
I had that.
Yeah. The air
No, that
counter
was a-
where
that
he's
was a
like
6.
That I hate.
2, 3,
Dude, I wanted to
4.
do that, but Trent's
Air
like that used to
counter?
be me.
Yeah.
I used to veto on that one because I am that guy sometimes. 'Cause
Really?
I mean,
Stand
I,
on the
I,
ground,
I,
you're like,
does that.
one,
Even the pros
two,
get caught doing
yeah.
that sometimes.
yeah,
right?
sometimes they do, and the better you get, the less you do it. But like when I was really, really bad, I would be on like shot 9, and I'd be like, I got to go through this again because there's been so many.
Yeah.
So that guy, I vetoed that one for ours.
Yeah.
I just want to say before you guys leave, I love your golf tans. You guys have
Oh,
incredible.
bad.
Look at those forearms
Stuart
compared
Sink.
to the top of the arms.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Those are great.
Dude, I have a really bad one on my head too. Like it's just right here. Like if you see me in like a not with all the bright lights, it just goes right across and everything's just white up here. It's
Yeah.
really bad.
My last one was guy who won't play rigs in a one-on-one challenge because he thinks he can be a pro golfer someday.
Shout out Whitney. Oh my god, it's so good. That was the best saga ever.
Ever.
I'm gonna lose
Ever.
my status.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my status. Yeah, and he was also at a movie with his kid, and he left the movie theater. He left his kid inside.
Dude, and then his kid was crying in the
Yeah.
backseat of the
Zipping
car.
down
He's
the
like, now my
highway.
kid's crying. You're making me curse
There's no
in
one
front of my
better than
child.
Whit. He's
You
the fucking
moron.
man.
Yeah.
He's
So
Nobody
unbelievable.
took to getting the whole guy.
Listen, you fucking.
I like getting the whole guy.
Dude, that.
Maybe not at a golf event, but I like getting the whole guy because it's like you're cheering on your friends.
Yeah.
Unless it's obviously your shot. That's weird.
No, I meant like at the
oh,
like
you're saying
golf
at the-
tournament.
yeah,
Mashed potatoes, they
yeah,
say.
Yeah.
Getting the hole in a par 5.
Blink
yeah.
of the year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
yeah.
another there's one that is very specific to actually playing with people, and it's when you hit a bad shot and everyone says it's a good shot.
Oh no.
Like when you hit a drive and
That's
everyone's like, "Oh, good one," and like it's starting to leak way left and way left. Now all of a sudden it's out of bounds. Like, well, like we don't have to sugarcoat how bad of a shot that was.
Yeah,
What
they
if
do that with
you're-
putting a lot too. Like if
Yeah.
you miss a putt,
Like,
they're
oh,
that
so
was a
good.
good putt. It's like
Yeah,
no,
like,
it,
no,
it
actually,
missed,
it
yeah.
wasn't at all. And like sometimes you want to be a dick and be like, "No, it wasn't."
Wait, but
like
so do you not like?
I say that shit all the time with
yeah.
randoms though. I'm like the king of being like, oh, nice roll. Like
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
know,
like trying to be
you
like
just wanna be
friendly and
nice.
shit. Like it's awkward. Like I don't do it with my friends, but like if I'm with randoms, like oh, like nice
But that
roll.
guy
like,
under
good
his
chip.
breath is like, "No, it wasn't a fucking
Yeah.
good chip."
No,
you
yeah.
fucking dick.
What about? But I say like you're gonna love that to pretty much every shot.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
It depends on like that guy. If he's continuously hitting bad shots and you keep saying you're gonna love that, he's gonna be like, I don't love any of these.
Yeah, but
you know
it's
what I
funny
mean?
when you like completely slice one in the woods. You're like, oh, you're gonna love that.
Yeah.
I like that.
You're
I've
trying to
got-
accomplish something else there. Yeah.
I like that.
I'm definitely on the list of bad golf. Like
Yeah.
Hank and I, when we were out in Vegas, there was one guy who hit it in the sand, and he was like playing through. And he came up. I was like, "Yeah, you're in the sand right here." He could see that he was in the sand.
He was
Giving him the
fucking
inside.
Yeah, I was
and
like, "Yeah, you're
acknowledge
here,
it.
dude."
yeah, great air in the sand.
He knew he was in the sand.
Great
Oh,
putter
man.
though.
Yeah, I was putting well that day.